I was paged one night to the emergency department of St. Luke's. A 39-year-old young man had collapsed during a workout with his friend, had a heart attack. The ambulance came, they did CPR all the way into the hospital. They did CPR ongoing in the emergency department. I joined them there in the hospital room. His wife was sitting next to her husband, Gertie, there. And I was there when the doctor said, "We're done," and pronounced him dead. Family and friends poured in, and his father stood there, dumbfounded and speechless almost. He wept openly, and he asked that unanswerable question: why? Why? Why isn't it me? Why my son? What can I say? What words would bring comfort in a situation like this? Nothing I could say would make him feel better. And I've discovered that taking away people's grief isn't my job. In fact, I used to think it was my job to console people and help them stop crying. Not anymore. If you're feeling sad and you invite me to come see you, I'm going to help you cry. That's what I'm going to do. Process that grief. Yeah. And to represent the presence of God. Amen. That's all I can do. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. You know the rest of the song. I'm going to let you think about that. Notice how I made the graph. How many times do we go into the valley with those that are in their pain, their grief? Oh, it's much easier to be up here, someone down here in their grief, and we stand up on the rim of their crisis, and we throw down a Bible verse, and we throw down some platitudes, and think we're helping them. Here's a book that might help you. Here's a pamphlet. Read this. And all we do is demonstrate that we don't really want to be with them in their pain. We stay distant. We stay separate from them. The only way they're going to have no fears that go through the valley is if we get off the rim and go down into the valley with them. I didn't know that as a pastor. Not really. I tried. I did my best. But I go in without them all. I've cried more in the last 2 years than I have in my whole life. But the reason they can go in the valley and have no fear is because we can be the presence of God in this day. Walk through the valley. Provide a ministry of presence. Number 3, I don't always see the results of my work. You know, most chaplain visits are brief. You know, a 1-hour visit is a long visit with a patient. And most of the time we get one visit. And it's kind of nice to have a congregation that moves every 2 or 3 days, you know? They get angry at you, the congregation moves and the pastor stays. I like that. I like that. That's a great shift. I love it. A marvelous thing. The congregation moves and the pastor stays. Well, hospice relationships are much different. I worked 4 days for a hospice group in Boise and 1 day at Mercy Hospital as a chaplain. Hospice relationships can be brief, sometimes 1 or 2 visits. but more often they last for weeks and months. But a large group of my patients have dementia or Alzheimer's that are nonverbal from a stroke. And what good could come from visiting these people? They can't even talk to you. And if they can talk to you, they don't remember what they said a minute from the time that they said it. Dorothy has Alzheimer's. She remembers almost nothing after she has said it. But I learned that she was a church pianist. And so I began to sing some of the Christian hymns with her. Oh, I tell you what, she could sing them along with me, and she knew almost